Excuse me, Cassius? Cassius, I just have a few questions for you.
Who are you? It's Cassius.
I'm sorry. I just have a few questions for you about Trent Beretta and your match tonight in the main event. You guys have met a few times over the last few weeks, and you've had a win each, so tonight is the rubber match.
Let me stop you there. Trent beat me with the help of Richie Steamboat, and I've already avenged that loss. Maybe I was a little too easy on him, though, so maybe tonight I'll give him the old Steamboat treatment and end his career. Oh my gosh, I get this from time to time. I'm having a premonition. Trenty tonight is gonna find out how dangerous I am. He's gonna find out how cruel and unusual I am. He's gonna find out how I can manipulate any situation. I'm having a premonition that tells me that Trenty is gonna experience more pain than he's ever felt in his life. And little guy, never gonna be the same.
At a raucous NXT arena in Orlando. Welcome to another exciting night of action. I'm Tony Dawson, alongside me, WWE Hall of Famer Jim Ross. What an atmosphere in here tonight, JR.
Thanks for being with us.
The following contest is a Divas match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Ponce Vedra Beach, Florida, Alicia Fox.
The quintessential diva, former Divas champion. She is all about style and grace, and she has come to Orlando to send a message to her opponent, Paige, an NXT diva. The message is that she's not ready to compete at this level. The fighting pride of Norwich, England. She calls herself the anti-diva. You couldn't have a more stark contrast, Jim Ross, than Paige and Alicia Fox, the quintessential diva versus the anti-diva.
This should be an outstanding matchup. I'll tell you, Alicia Fox is very aggressive and very strong in the diva division. Great hand strength. Check hands with her sometime. But Paige has really electrified fans here in NXT. I know she's got a lot of fans that watch us in the United Kingdom, especially in England. So this should be a very interesting matchup, and a match where we know now that Cassius Ohno will be in the main event tonight against Trent Beretta.
Paige has more signs for her in the arena than anyone that's competing tonight. She is a fan favorite, to say the very least.
Well, she's unorthodox, she's different. And being unique, being different, she's very aggressive as Paige. You know, she's a second-generation competitor. I think she's got a very bright future. And she doesn't waste her time getting suntan.
Her family as committed to sports entertainment as any family. Her mom, her dad, her granddad, all her siblings in sports entertainment all over the globe.
And you know, Alicia Fox can care less about that.
My goodness.
There's a Japanese armbar takedown.
What
arm
a
drag.
move! Paige sending a message early here, JR.
That was a drop kick. And a nice drop kick.
All Paige has ever wanted to be as a competitor, and she slings Alicia Fox through the air. Look at the athletic ability of Alicia Fox.
Alicia landed on her feet, if you noticed. I love that.
Terrific athlete, came from the same high school as NFL quarterback Tim Tebow. Alicia Fox has similar athletic gifts.
I don't think we're going to see any Tebow in here tonight, but we could. You never know. Not that there's anything wrong with that. I like the aggression that we've always seen from Paige, but again, Alicia Fox has been known within the diva division to be very, very aggressive. And strong. Alicia just muscled up Paige there. That was just nothing but raw power.
Oh!
Nothing pretty about it, quite obviously.
Another powerful move there. Alicia Fox describes herself as a Foxalicious diva mixed with glitter and rock and roll. Ooh. She is taking it out on Paige right now. From one turnbuckle to another, and again.
Very physical matchup, but nothing really fancy about this match whatsoever. It's a battle of wills.
Ooh! And the cover.
Nice suplex by Alicia Fox, and certainly Paige has ruled the roost in NXT thus far, but that could be coming to an end here tonight.
Powerful knee to the back. Paige is obviously aware of the fact that all of these matches are closely scrutinized in the corridors of power at WWE. This is the hangover. Alicia Fox has been working on this and talked to me about it. She's thrilled at the amount of pain she can inflict. And you can see Paige almost lifted off the canvas.
Look at Paige's toes, barely touching the canvas. She's in a very precarious position as Paige.
The hangover, no laughing matter here. And a pull of the hair too, Alicia Fox.
I've had a few hangovers in my day, never laughed at any of them, quite frankly. And this would be a very impressive victory for Alicia Fox, even though she's a former Divas champion.
You mentioned her Divas championship. She said she was honored to have held the championship. She said it was a perfect fit. She'd love to have the gold again. Here's the cover, 2. Paige kicks out, still kicking.
Alicia Fox gets better and better each and every time you see her. She's, again, has certain athletic gifts. Inside cradle, counter.
For the cover. Paige quickly turning things around.
That was instinctive. It's something you can't teach. Paige felt that maneuver, felt it was there, able to get a near fall out of the inside cradle. And Alicia Fox breaking the rules, pulling the hair, being admonished by the official. That's about all he could do.
Scolded, in fact, by our referee in the ring. Having the instincts, JR, you talked about that, being a second-generation competitor. How does that benefit Paige?
Well, it gives her a huge advantage because things become second nature. She's discussed this around the telly in England, as it were.
I like the way you used that. Oh!
Nice counter.
And there's a counter and a cover. Alicia Fox almost pinned.
Paige is trying to regain the momentum, and Fox tried to counter with that reverse elbow that didn't work. And now Paige is back in control.
Wow. Powerful moves from Paige, the star here at NXT, showing Alicia Fox that she is a force to be reckoned with. There's a reversal and a cover by Fox. Count to 2.
Referee's hand was coming down for the 3rd count. That was an interesting near fall there, created by Alicia Fox.
The Paige Turner. Paige crawling in for the cover. And the win. What a turnaround. Slamming the book shut, Paige over Alicia Fox.
The young lady from England continues to improve and get better and better here in NXT.
We look back at the Paige Turner. This closes the book on Alicia Fox. The damage is done. What a devastating maneuver.
Great impact, great technique in the Paige Turner. Paige continues to win on NXT.
Beretta and Ohno have become bitter rivals recently. Their bad blood spills over tonight in our explosive main event. Then it's Camacho looking to claim Vicky Guerrero's $5,000 bounty on the undefeated and feared Big E Langston. That's next on NXT.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Juarez, Mexico, weighing 250 pounds, Camacho.
Camacho first his way onto the scene in looking to claim the bounty, JR, when he attacked Big E Langston from behind last week. you make of that move?
Vicky Guerrero put a $5,000 bounty on the head of Big E Langston for anyone that can put Big E out of action. And Camacho was the first to step up, did that drive-by that certainly got Big E's attention.
Got my attention. I was interviewing Big E, went flying by me and just decked Big E.
And now the $5,000 is at stake. That's what Camacho can earn here. If he can take the wheels out of Big E Langston, easier said than done.
Yeah, I told ya, I'm on a mission, I'm switching, I'm all over. I'm a soldier, yeah, I told ya, I'm
His
on a mission, I'm
opponent
switching.
from Tampa, Florida,
Listen.
weighing 302 pounds, Big E Langston.
The chalk ritual, we've come to recognize it as his statement that he is ready to go to work. Big E Langston, a power lifter who has done a swath of destruction through NXT, gaining 5 counts and not suffering a single setback. He's undefeated, and what's more, JR, he is an intimidating force. Have you seen someone like him that you can compare him to?
Well, you know, there's only a handful of men that can compare physically with Big E Langston. Only one man I can think of that ever used a 5 count. That was King Kong Bundy generations and generations ago. I was around a guy one time by the name of the Junkyard Dog, a WWE Hall of Famer who had great intensity, charisma, and strength. Another WWE Hall of Famer by the name of Ivan Putkin comes to mind that had the same stature, thick, powerful. The thing about Big E is that he intimidates so many people just coming to the ring. When they know that he is a legitimate 500-pound bench presser, one of the strongest men on the planet. But there's $5 grand at stake here for Camacho, and I know a little bit about Camacho's background. He does not have the blood in his veins that would be intimidating. This should be most interesting.
Camacho and Langston, we've heard you talk about tempo. We've seen Big E Langston in every one of his matches dominate his opponents from the very start. What do you expect tonight?
Well, Big E's like Mike Tyson back in the day. He knocked people out in the first or second round. And as Camacho tries to use his head as a weapon, Big E shows exactly how that's perfected in a hard right hand to the abdomen. That is just absolutely debilitating. I'm anxious to see if Camacho can get some offense in here because no one has been able to penetrate Big E Langston.
Ruthlessly efficient. Langston has not only won every match he's been in, he's been dominant. And now Camacho looks to set the tone here early. There is real animosity between these two. Langston powering him into the corner.
Well, you got to think that, you know, Big E, we got a chance to be put out of action. You know, I don't know that Camacho is here so much to win this match as he is to injure Big E Langston. That's what the bounty's all about. The bounty's not about beating somebody. The bounty's about putting someone out of action.
You've been in this business a long time. A $5,000 bounty. How does that impact a competitor's motivation?
Well, so how would $5 grand impact your motivation or mine?
Get me going.
That's a lot of money. You know,
Camacho!
Camacho to the back, using the ropes for some more leverage. You know, Camacho is a big man. I don't think the cameras do Camacho justice in addition to that T-shirt that he's wearing. But he is a big man.
Ooh. Some in the locker room question, since Big E Langston hasn't been challenged, how would he respond? And he just responded right there.
Well, slapping Big E is like pouring gasoline on a fire. You're going to get an explosion. If you're too close, you're going to get burned.
Running through Camacho, and we know what this means. The singlet.
Big E is a beast. He is an undefeated beast here in NXT.
A destructive force, ready to do damage. Camacho in a vulnerable position. Langston for the win.
That's nasty.
It's over. Big E Langston.
Very seldom do you see an athlete that is a game changer with the power, the athleticism, and the intensity that Big E Langston possesses. I truly believe Big E Langston will be a difference maker in WWE for years to come.
The animosity still not spent. The loyal fans here want a 5 count, and Big E Langston looks like he wants to oblige. Camacho already defeated, vanquished, and down he goes again. This is dominance. The awesome, destructive fury of Big E Langston, still undefeated, and the bounty still out there.
Big E was dominant here tonight, and not against just another guy. Against a very talented man that was not intimidated, that showed no fear to Big E Langston. But again, Big E Langston, the proverbial bull of the woods in NXT. As has been said of a few others, Big E is all man and a yard wide, and his feet cover the ground that he walks on.
Langston comes back into the ring, JR.
Well, this
When
is
is it enough?
This is a message for everyone in the NXT locker room. This is a message for everyone that competes on Raw and on SmackDown.
And a message for Vicky Guerrero.
Look at the
Jim
intensity.
Ross.
Look at the intensity. The intensity of Big E Langston. It's extraordinary. You don't find this every day, ladies and gentlemen.
Eerily familiar. Camacho has felt this, and he's ready to feel it again.
Big E feels like five more.
The word dominant doesn't begin to approach. An accurate description of Big E Langston.
If Big E were a stock, I would buy it in bulk.
JR, I'm getting word that there's commotion backstage. Who is that? That's Trent Beretta.
Are you okay? Who did this to you, Trent? Come on, talk to me, Trent. Get the camera out of here, Trent.
Trent Beretta in obvious pain, being tended to backstage. Writhing. Oh my goodness. That is Leo Kruger looking sinister.
I've just spoken with the NXT doctors, and they tell me that Trent Beretta has not been cleared yet for action. Trent Beretta wants to go, but I'm believing so far from what I heard that Trent Beretta could be out for tonight's main event.
My goodness. JR, how does that affect our main event?
And I have no idea, but somebody certainly did some serious damage to Trent Beretta. We'll try to update you, ladies and gentlemen.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing 280 pounds, Bronson. His opponent, from Vancouver, British Columbia, weighing 212 pounds, Nick Rogers.
The Canadian squaring off with the bearded one from Sin City. JR, what do you make of this matchup?
Well, Nick Rogers, his father was a Canadian Football League Hall of Famer. His mother was a Canadian long jump champion. The kid, great career at the University of British Columbia, but you know, this man Bronson is a MMA guy. He's got a lot of skill set and very intimidating. And you know, the folklore has it in the NXT locker room, this guy's never lost a street fight.
He certainly looks intimidating, walking to the ring with that sweatshirt, the hood up. He looks very intimidating.
Very dangerous man, and someone with those the skill set that Bronson has. He'll beat you up, he'll tell you he's beating you up. Certainly joint manipulation, as we just saw there.
Zeroing in on the lower leg, left side.
Nothing fancy here.
And Rogers in a world of trouble early. It's been all Bronson.
Crossface right across the bridge of the nose.
Rogers doesn't know where he is right now. You saw his eyes there.
Rogers is an outstanding young athlete. He's in magnificent condition, maybe the best conditioned athlete in all of NXT, but you see when the quick guy gets grounded, what happens?
The mobility taken away by these shots to the ankle too, JR, and then a knee. As we see Bronson leaving no doubt early on, he has been so dominant.
Bronson has no conscience. He is he's not going to win a lot of matches on style points, but he's going to beat an awful lot of people by hurting them.
Does he remind you of anyone that you've seen here at NXT or WWE?
You know, I'd have to give that some thought, but everything is high impact. That's just destructive. I mean, a guy like Ken Shamrock comes to mind as far as MMA background and submissions, and we see a submission right here.
And a quick tap out. It's over.
Look at the heel hook. Look at the foot.
And he's not letting go.
Bronson is an inherently evil man, it would appear.
Nick Rogers is still in agony.
And the camera had a great angle on the heel and the ankle. So the knee was torqued, the ankle was twisted.
This wasn't just about winning, JR. This was about inflicting pain. Bronson absolutely dominating Nick Rogers.
A lot of guys get off on just beating people, hurting people.
He folded him up and finished him off. The tap came quickly.
Right on the back of the kid's head and neck. And then look at the ankle. Look at Rogers' ankle. The pressure on his knee and the ankle. It's not supposed to bend that way.
JR, there are tap outs, and then there's that. That was an emphatic tap out. The thumbs down coming.
Bronson may be a little psychotic. That remains to be seen.
A little. Mike Dalton and Luke Harper coming up later, and still Cassius Ohno slated in our main event to square off with Trent Beretta, but we're not sure.
Mike Dalton, trained by Lance Storm in Calgary, a great place for young athletes to get their basic training. Dalton was so good in Lance Storm's academy that he was signed by NXT.
It is an incredible honor, the incredible amount of scrutiny that these superstars have to undergo in order to be signed by NXT.
Little lamb, aren't you afraid of me, little lamb? Everyone's afraid of me, little lamb. I deserve all your fear. Fear me, little lamb. There's nothing, man. There's nothing in your pathetic little life that ever could have prepared you for this night. Tonight, I give your life purpose for the first time ever. Congratulations, little lamb. I'm about to make you famous.
From Butte, Montana, weighing 270 pounds, Luke Harper.
Bray Wyatt on the stage in a rocking chair. This is a bizarre scenario. JR, what do you make of this?
Well, at least we found out that Harper is from Butte, Montana. He is obviously a disciple of the teachings, whatever they may be, of the seemingly possessed Bray Wyatt.
Interesting ring attire, too, from Luke Harper. JR, have you seen something like that before?
I think it's interesting or slovenly. Maybe it needs to be laundered as we look over the shoulder of Harper's leader, inspirational leader, Bray Wyatt, who obviously is a disturbed individual. I mean, I don't think I have to go on a limb to say that this man is not normal. He is disturbed.
Deranged. A look into his eyes tells us that.
I'm not going to count out Mike Dalton. I can tell you, I see Dalton is, kid has had great success.
The fighting pride of Daytona Beach. He's certainly more neatly attired in the ring tonight. Luke Harper ignoring the scolding by the referee.
Well, we only know one thing, that Harper can count to 4, and he likes to hurt people. Big man, a big human being is Luke Harper. And again, we don't know much about him. We just found out this week, ladies and gentlemen, that this man allegedly is from Butte, Montana. The only thing we have known conclusively about Luke Harper is that he is a disciple of the prodigal son, so to speak, of Bray Wyatt.
Look at that look in his eyes. What could be going through his mind?
Harper likes to gain eye contact with Bray Wyatt and will do several times during the match.
Seeking approval, right?
I have no idea, Tony. I don't know what's in this man's mind. I would be afraid to venture there.
Mike Dalton flung into the corner.
Just an unusual human being is Luke Harper. As we said, he's probably close to 300 pounds. And that clothesline came from downtown.
Splat to the canvas.
Now look at this, eye contact again. Again, like you said, Tony, Harper looking on for approval, for some sort of positive gesture from
Harper.
Bray Wyatt.
Ooh, Mike Dalton trying to get some offense going.
Dalton's got to quicken the pace. He's got to get this thing rolling, get it moving. Ooh! And not like that. That's moving in the wrong direction.
Oh!
Sidewalk slam with authority.
And the cover. 3 in a hurry.
Here is your winner, Luke Harper.
Well, the dichotomy of Bray Wyatt and this unique human being, Luke Harper, could only speculate on what it could be.
I warned all of you 2,000 years ago. I am the eater of worlds. And when I decide it's time to start hurting people, believe me, there'll be none of you left.
Bray Wyatt and Luke Harper, an evil duo. Well, earlier today, our Tom Phillips caught up with the NXT champion, Seth
Just got a couple
Rollins.
questions for you about the title, everything coming up
Cool.
next few
Yeah,
weeks.
I've done this.
so.
It's good.
Seth Rollins! man! Yeah! Come on, Paul! You want to hit me from behind, you piece of shit! No, hey, come on, Seth! Seth, back up off him, come on! Whoa! Hey, come on, back it up, no! Come on! Seth! Come on! No, come on! Come on, Mahone! Go, coward! Come on, Seth! Let's do it! Fight! Let's go back to us! I'm not afraid of you! Come on, relax off! I'm not afraid of you! Get up! Let me at it! Come on! No, Seth! Back it up! Let's go! Hey, come on! It's over, Seth! I'm not afraid of you, coward! I'll fight you! Get him out of here! I'll fight you right now! Relax! Save it! Come on!
What will happen with our main event? Trent Beretta attacked earlier. We'll find out next.
And now, the Raw Rebound is brought to you by WWEshop.com, the official WWE merchandise superstore.
This is a celebration of 365 glorious days. I am honored, humbled, and privileged to present to you CM Punk.
Shawn Michaels, he couldn't do it. Triple H couldn't do it. Bret the Hitman Hart couldn't do it. The Undertaker couldn't do it. The Rock could not do it. 365 days as WWE champion, 1 calendar year. And I know my place in history, it's at the top. I have a goal, I have my sights set on July 25th, 2018, when I surpass Bruno Sammartino and become the longest reigning WWE champion in history. A lot of people ask me what my most important victory has been. Last night at Survivor Series, beating Ryback and John Cena single-handedly in the same match. #1 with a bullet, with the odds stacked up against me like they've never been stacked up against me before. CM Punk, your WWE champion, survived Survivor Series and cemented his legacy. Oh boy! Oh, come on! It's a celebration!
Yeah, and I don't think Ryback's here to party. Ryback has his... Wait a minute! It's those guys again! God, what assault! Oh, come on, that's the second night in a row! Oh, my God!
Is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from Dayton, Ohio, weighing 225 pounds, Cassius Ohno!
He refers to himself as the walking disaster piece. I think that sums it up well, don't you, JR?
No argument here.
He is a man who believes in cruel and unusual punishment.
And the knockouts, and the strikes, and no remorse. You got a very, very intelligent young man there in Cassius Ohno. And I have not talked to anyone in WWE hierarchy who doesn't have very high expectations of this young man who's got something to say.
My opponent for tonight is Trent Beretta. And I can assure you that I have never been more ready to tear someone to pieces. But where's Trent? You see, I have it on good authority that old Trenty had a mishap backstage, and that leaves me without an opponent. So, referee, I would like you to do your job. Ring that bell, count to 10, and raise my hand in victory.
A Hall of Famer, Dusty Rhodes, NXT Commissioner.
I know you manipulated the confrontation with Trent Beretta. You gonna have to answer to me about that. But I know that you're out here talking about you don't have match. And I found a match that might match for you. I got somebody for you right now.
Oh my goodness, it's Richie Steamboat.
And that's not making Cassius Ohno happy whatsoever. Steamboat and Ohno have had quite the rivalry here in NXT.
That what is an understatement. This has been brewing for weeks.
This is not what Ohno had prepared for, nor what he wanted. And I think Richie Steamboat, quite frankly, been waiting a long time for the opportunity to step in the ring with Cassius Ohno.
Ooh! Immediately, Richie Steamboat getting out his aggression. These two absolutely despise one another. They have to be separated in the locker room. They've come to blows several times outside of competition.
We have seen some animosity build between these two men here in the squared circle on NXT television on more than one occasion. Of course, Ohno seemingly has gotten the better of the situation. And Steamboat, the son of WWE Hall of Famer Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, has a lot of fire, a lot of determination.
And you know, JR, Cassius Ohno says that Steamboat owes his spot to nepotism. He says that Richie Steamboat has no talent to speak of on his own.
Well, that's asinine, quite frankly. I don't know that anyone with any intelligence would say that, or objectivity more specifically.
Oh! and a cover. Steamboat looking to end things quickly.
I will say the Steamboat has a large shadow to walk away from.
WWE Hall of Famer Ricky the Dragon.
There'll never be another Dragon, but there can always be a first Richie Steamboat. That should be his focus, and I'm sure that it is, as a Steamboat showing aggression.
JR, we talk a lot about covers and a kick out. We talk a lot about different generations of WWE superstars. We talk about it being a strength. How could it be a drawback?
Well, if you don't think that you can ever measure up to your predecessor's success, in other words, if Richie thought he could never be as great as his father, it would be a detriment. He can't think that way.
This is rage. These two, you can hear that slap.
You can always respect your heritage, but you always want to strive to be better than your predecessors. That goes for any profession.
Cassius Ohno holding on tight, able to grab the rope on the way out.
Ohno
and pulling himself back in, skin the cat.
Skin the cat, that's a Steamboat trademark, and that clothesline really connected on Ohno, who's in a dire strait here.
And Steamboat way up high, coming down strong.
Taking a chance at Richie Steamboat that paid off on Cassius Ohno.
These two still battling. Ohno and Steamboat coming back. Welcome back to NXT Arena. Richie Steamboat going up high and coming down strong. JR, he's back to 100%.
Steamboat taking a big chance coming off that top turnbuckle. As you saw, it worked out for him, and Steamboat thus far has been able to maintain the advantage that he earned from taking that high risk.
It isn't just a physical recuperation. Emotionally, psychologically, when you come back from an injury, JR, that's a big part of it too, and we're seeing Richie Steamboat compete as if he was never hurt.
Well, the thing about this is, as far as Cassius Ohno is concerned as well, is that Ohno had prepared to take on Trent Beretta here tonight. Beretta was mysteriously attacked in the locker room area. There's a lot of speculation we're hearing on who could have been the perpetrator. And so then our commissioner, Dusty Rhodes, found Ohno another opponent, and Richie Steamboat, who just met his spine, and the ring post. Ring post wins for the record.
It always wins. Unforgiving.
Ohno is a very unique individual, very well read, very worldly, has competed around the world. At one time weighed about 100 pounds more than he weighs right now.
Oh!
And there's snapped off that low drop kick.
Ohno for the win. Oh, Richie Steamboat kicks out. I thought it was over.
Steamboat showing great resilience, but that was a very impressive low drop kick by Cassius Ohno, who's a 6'4", 245 or so pounder, a big man.
Richie Steamboat.
Hard shot. You know that you got to stay away, one does, from the strikes of Cassius Ohno. He can beat anybody in WWE with his strikes.
Ooh.
And certainly anybody in NXT as well, more specifically.
Delivering all kinds of punishment, and now going for the cover. Steamboat out again at 2. Cassius Ohno, his animosity still not spent. It's about inflicting pain with him, isn't it? It's not just about winning the match.
Well, I think Ohno's got a little of both. We've seen men on this program tonight that enjoy the inflicting pain aspect of competition, but Ohno's got a goal. He wants to win and keep winning, keep impressing WWE officials, and eventually become NXT champion. There's no doubt about that, because with the NXT title, it helps you punch your ticket to get to the next level.
Down goes Steamboat. Now Ohno on his back sends Steamboat into the corner. The back of Steamboat's head into the turnbuckle. A vicious maneuver by Ohno.
Steamboat's head cracked off that second turnbuckle, and Ohno certainly aware of that. That's what ring experience will do for you. He saw it, he feels it, he knows there's something, there's an issue now with Steamboat. Obviously, or Ohno wouldn't be wasting this seemingly valuable time. Ohno feels right now, in my estimation, that this match is his to win, and he has everything he wants under control.
Steamboat, meanwhile, as you pointed out, though, a chance to recuperate, and he's back to his feet, both men. into the turnbuckle.
Second time in about a minute that Steamboat's face or his head has met the turnbuckle.
Ohno for the cover again. This time, almost got to 3. Still kicking Richie Steamboat.
Ohno hooking the far leg and then putting a lot of pressure, a lot of torque on the leg to pull back on it in that pinning predicament. So Ohno is also feeling a little sense of urgency.
And a cover again. Cassius Ohno, multiple times in the last couple of minutes, trying to end it. Steamboat has enough.
Steamboat likes to take chances. We saw that from the top turnbuckle going to our last commercial break. Drop kicks, kicks in general, but he's been grounded, has Richie Steamboat.
How does Steamboat turn the tide?
Well, he's got to continue to be resilient and weather the storm here.
Another cover.
And then hope that perhaps Ohno will make a mistake.
What is it going to take? Ohno has to be wondering, how do I master Richie Steamboat? He's punished him throughout, and yet Steamboat has enough to not be pinned.
If William Regal were here, he would explain the cravat.
Yes.
That Ohno has perfected, and it's certainly putting a lot of pressure on the neck. Control the neck, control the head, control the body. Same old saying. It works every time.
And Ohno is in control right now, Jim Ross. And has been in control.
Ooh. Obviously, Ohno is a striker, whether it be his hands, his head, knees, or feet. Ohno likes to strike, and that's his calling card thus far.
Look at this reversal. Steamboat.
Nice sunset flip by Richie Steamboat, countering Ohno. Another counter.
And a counter. Steamboat for the cover. Ohno kicking out.
Great
signs of life, though. Richie Steamboat.
Oh yeah, Steamboat's in great shape. He's got a great heart. And look again.
Oh
man, that's tough. That's a tough one to get out of right there.
Ohno for the win. 2. No.
Steamboat is kicked out, but what price has Steamboat paid? That was a very, very impressive piece of offense. A very unique neck breaker using the cravat there, as Ohno did. Very European in essence in that style.
The way we've seen Richie Steamboat deal with all of these blows, what a move! Richie Steamboat.
Steamboat laid back and laid in wait, if you will, on Ohno, and Ohno trying to go back to the strikes, and Steamboat beating Ohno to the punch.
Richie Steamboat showing all kinds of character.
Oh, man.
What a throw!
Nice,
oh, wow!
Nice elevation on the back body drop and a double chop by Steamboat. So now we feel momentum here. Momentum now is back in Steamboat's corner, in my opinion.
It has shifted entirely. This match has gone back and forth, and the NXT fans here love Richie Steamboat.
Steamboat didn't expect to be in the main event when he got here tonight. That was Trent Beretta's spot. Beretta taken out by someone, an assailant, earlier tonight. So this was a great move by our commissioner, the American Dream, Dusty Rhodes. Certainly more confident than Bud Selig of Major League Baseball.
Great balance. Oh, what a collision!
A headbutt. That was a headbutt. That was offense by Ohno, who put his own body on the line, stuck his face and head in the solar plexus, the sternum of Steamboat.
We have to look at that again. What contact.
Oh, Steamboat counters.
Here's Steamboat with a cover. Ohno out at 1. Oh, what a finish.
That could do it.
That's the sling blade for the win.
Richie Steamboat.
It seemed as if Steamboat was one move away from losing. Cassius Ohno was very impressive with his strikes and his offense, but that one small opening allowed Steamboat to utilize the sling blade to avenge several personal issues tonight against Cassius Ohno.
The sling blade coming at you and ending it. Cassius Ohno, lights out.
Out of nowhere, that's quickness. Richie Steamboat with the instincts to go to his calling card, the sling blade, just at the right time. And ladies and gentlemen, don't forget right here next week, Team Hell No.